Hello, Cheapario here, and today we're doing an unboxing of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Remastered of the Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger, hot on the heels of the recent Netflix special, the 30th anniversary reunion of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which was starring Walter Jones and David Yost in those classic characters of Zach and Billy, respectively. So this figure is right after that Netflix special. Representation of Billy as he was represented in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers show from the early 90s. Now, we're going to do an unboxing of this figure, but let's discuss the box first of all. This is one of the more recent plastic-free packaging that Hasbro has been doing lately. I do believe that they're going to go back to the packaging that has that plastic kind of shell where you could see the figure in the box. I believe that there's a lot of loss to revenue with these packagings because you could never see if the figure was broken inside. And unfortunately, there is a lot of loss with respect to quality control. So again, this is the plastic-free packaging for the time being. And as we see here, it's got the 30th anniversary Power Rangers logo on the top. It's got Billy, and this is I believe this is pretty much a brand new mold of this character from the previous Lightning collections. And he's got new accessories. He's got this little like blue fireball or blast of electricity from the Morphin grid that's around him. These notably will come with separate morphers so they can hold their morpher as if they're morphing. So very exciting to see how this figure looks. As you can see here, there's kind of a great depiction of Billy and kind of that lens flare effect on the picture there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top. Power Rangers Lightning Collection Remastered. There is, whoa, that's pretty cool. These are all the characters from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as they're represented in the first season, along with the first couple episodes of the second season. You've got Zach, Billy, Tommy, Trini, Jason, and Kimberly. And then you've got the 30th anniversary logo on the bottom there. Then you've got, once again, Billy and kind of like the colors of, it's almost with the stars behind it that looks very much like the command center as it was represented in the earlier Mighty Morphin seasons. Then you see Billy without his helmet. You've got the actor's likeness of David Yost. You've got all the accessories. He comes with his glasses separately. He comes with his weapons. All kind of different variations of the hands, as you can see there. So very much looking forward to opening this figure, saying even the dimensions, 6.1 inches in height. Billy Cranston, the future head of Cranston Tech, as he's represented in the Netflix special. And then on the side, you get another depiction of Billy holding his morpher, the same picture without the background that you see on the back. And the bottom, it's just your typical terms, conditions, such. So without further ado, let's get this package opened and see what's inside. Got some tape on the sides. So while we're getting this open, let me just take this time out to discuss the Netflix special. While I did enjoy it, of course, in my opinion, based on some of the behind-the-scenes information that's come out about this film, about the Netflix reunion special, this is kind of a one-off that was a last-minute decision. So that's how the special kind of was represented to me, a last-minute decision to kind of set something up for the reunion special. These are in little baggies, without so much as there's effort into it, but there's a blue background for where the figures were contained in. And there's some issues in terms of things that could have been done better, things that could have been fleshed out more. But just keep in mind that this was something that was done as kind of an interim solution while they're trying to figure out Cosmic Fury, the 10 episode season. So while we were waiting for Cosmic Fury, they're doing this special in lieu of that, a kind of like a stopgap solution. So that's what we get. We get a kind of a last minute decision to do this special. There's plenty of work, dedication, love, and appreciation put into that special of the Netflix Once and Always on Netflix. But that's kind of my thoughts. It could have been done better. But I will say on that aspect, that's the best that you'll get from the rights holder of Power Rangers. You will... Oh man, these accessories are just kind of tossed in a bag. This is very weird. You just kind of have it spill out. Got to make sure everything is out of the bag. It's weird to have these figures in kind of these little baggies. Very odd. I mean, it's got the 30th anniversary kind of logo on it, but I don't know. It's kind of like your lunch in school. Like you got maybe something in little baggies, Ziploc bags, kind of pour out the snacks, and there is your figure. So let's get a good look at Billy. Comes with these little instructions. Let's get a look at the head sculpt. He's got a big nose, like a wide nose. It doesn't really seem very Billy-esque, but I mean, they've always had trouble with Billy molds. I mean, it's okay, just his nose seems a little bit wide for his face. In terms of comparing it with other Billy face molds on some of the previous figures, I'd say this is probably a little bit better. It almost looks more animated than you would think. I think the best Billy sculpt that I saw for his head ever done was in some of the, I think it was maybe 20-inch figures that they did that had Morphin heads. And I think that was a good sculpt of David Yost. This one, it's okay. It's doable. So while I'm discussing the Netflix special, I'm going to kind of get him stood up and see what the accessories are, kind of spread them out. So from what I've been able to see on Twitter is that the producer of the series, the showrunner of Cosmic Fury, of Dino Fury, and of the Netflix special, seems to kind of identify that this is it. Like he hasn't been contacted for anything after Cosmic Fury. For all intents and purposes, after this special and after Cosmic Fury, that continuity is over. They're going to go into production for a reboot series in the fall of 2023. So after that, this kind of continuity seems to be, for all intents and purposes, over, which is unfortunate. I would presume that there's also some rumors that despite this reboot that's going to be more adult skewing, more like, I guess, kind of like a Stranger Things type of feel to it. This reboot series that is going to be produced at the end of this year and kind of show up on streaming next year. The other production that is rumored to be happening is an animated series that's going to be more for a demographic of kids, of more younger demographic. So is that going to be Mighty Morphin? Is that going to be something entirely new? It's questionable, but from what I can tell, this Netflix special is all there is, guys. So we'll just have to wait and see if that isn't true, or if that's just more of a negative Nancy side on my part, just not looking at the positives as to what will be done with this brand. But back on the toy. So let's see if we can. It's kind of got more. It feels different in terms of, I have to do a comparison with the other Lightning figures, but it seems like everything in the mold feels different in terms of how the chest has been done. It seems like there's more kind of texture to the outfit itself. Let me see if I can pull the head off so I can put the, there we go, pulling it off. Put the actual helmet on. Okay, you hear that pop? So he's got his helmet on. The helmet looks good. I see no issues with the visor. And a lot of times with quality control, you'll notice that the head will break off, but this one's sturdy. This is well made. There's better quality control here. You can see the Morpher right there. Let's put him down for a second. So as you can see here, here's the Morpher. Pretty detailed in terms of how small it is for the Triceratops Morpher. You can see the emblem right there. You can kind of get the look of the red spiral that you see on the Morphers that they have on their belts. And it's got a grip to the back of it, so we're going to put it in Billy's hand in just a moment. Okay, so I've put the Morpher into his hand. So he does come with hands that specifically have some of the fingers out and fit perfectly into the grip of the Morpher. And of course, as you can see here, with all the different variations of the hands, you can set this up probably better than I did quickly. But of course, he's got open hands to kind of hold up his hand that's holding the grip of the Morpher. And it looks great. It looks awesome to be able to have the Rangers actually hold the Morphers and do that pose to go into their morphing stance. Now, in terms of the figure itself, it's got plenty of points of articulation. The chest is a bit weird, but I believe that's a carryover from the other Lightning collection, the older Lightning collection figures. There's plenty of points of articulation in terms of being able to turn certain parts of his arm and his forearm. Plenty of different joints, and then because of the ab crunch right here, and to be able to twist him into actually a little stiff there. It's actually really stiff, but he can do different type of motions to be able to do an ab crunch. You can see that's probably as far back as he goes back, but he can turn, twist, and be able to kind of do some of those action poses that you would expect of Billy. Now, in terms of the detail of the belt, the paint seems to be a little bit, like whoever was doing the lines must have been a little drunk that day, but the lines are a bit off. The belt itself can fit the blaster into it very snugly. I don't remember, and somebody can correct me, I don't remember if the lines were actually on the belt of the original Lightning Collection figures, or if this is something that has been added, but this seems very kind of not that great in terms of quality control. The lines are completely off. Same thing in terms of the articulation of the legs to be able to twist, as you can see there, and different sections of the leg and the foot, in addition to having joints on the foot itself. Now, something to keep in mind is that there's paint scuffing on the figure, also a quality control issue, even though the figure itself is a nice build. So overall, good looking figure. In terms of the accessories, as I said, he comes with these like Morphin blast, or that lightning effect that surrounds him. Well, he's getting a little bit bow-legged here. Let's see if I think it's just the weight of how I have the him holding the Morpher. There we go. Now, in terms of the other accessories, he's got the lance. That I don't know if these connect together. We've got, yeah, these don't connect together, but I'm sure you can be able to hold them as if he's holding that power lance. I'm going to put that to the side. He's got the different hand accessories. He's got the blaster, as you can see. Oh, knocked him down. He's got the blaster that can turn into different forms, like a blade. And then also, which seems to be new for this mold, he's got the glasses that typically when they do the mold, it was already connected to the head, but it comes separately now. So you can do a, Billy from the first season where he was kind of picked on by a Bulk and Skull. So I was able to put the glasses on. They do appear a bit wonky. There is an indentation in his head that allows the glasses to fit more snugly, but it's sometimes it's going to look a little kind of wonky. It looks like the glasses are going to be always a little bit uneven. So again, you could do Billy in his first and mostly second season version of him with the glasses on, and of course later on in Mighty Morphin and through the third season into Zeo, he had his glasses off and he was super cool and he was wearing all those sleeveless shirts. So that's a cool feature to have, even though it doesn't work so great. I would say that with the glasses on, that looks more appropriate like Billy. The nose doesn't look so kind of smushed, but pretty good head sculpt. Not great, but pretty good. Something else I'll point out is that the Morpher, you have to be careful. I tried to kind of force fit it on some of the other hands, and the grip section of the Morpher is very delicate and it feels like it could break very easily. So that's probably one of the more fragile pieces of the figure itself. So other than the aspect of the painting lines on the belt being really, really weird and just poorly done, and the paint scuffing on the figure. Oh, I lost Billy. The kind of the wonkiness to the head sculpt and being able to put the glasses on. There's plenty of cons I could go over For those that don't have Billy already, it's a perfectly fine figure to buy. This has got a load of different accessories besides some of the other Lightning Collection figures. And I'm having trouble always standing these Lightning Collection figures. I got to be honest with you. Very few have been able to stand correctly very easily. So, pretty good figure. Was it worth me to buy another Billy figure? Maybe not. There's still a couple of the other remastered figures that I will be purchasing off of Hasbro Pulse. I've pre-ordered the Kimberly. I've pre-ordered the Tommy that doesn't have the shield on him. It's when he's kind of losing his powers. So looking forward to those. Some of the other remastered figures, I'm not going to rebuy another Trini. I've already got 2 Trinis. I'm not going to buy Jason because it doesn't come with his face mold. So we'll see how some of those later Lightning Collection figures fare. This one's just okay, despite some of the clear quality issues in the figure itself. So that does it for me, guys. Hopefully you like this unboxing and kind of quick thoughts on the figure. I'll see you guys for the next figure unboxing, and go Power Rangers. Like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys.